Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago, Bears fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. Hold on to your hats because the NFL rumor mill has been buzzing about a potential game-changing move involving the Chicago Bears and one of the most talented offensive tackles in the league right now. And no, I'm not talking about some distant, speculative trade. This is something that could reshape the Bears' offensive line, and by extension, their entire season and playoff hopes. The buzz centers around Tristan Wirfs, the all-pro tackle from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the possibility that he could be heading north to Chicago, swapping the sunny beaches of Tampa for the Windy City's cold streets. Rumors, fueled by insiders like Diana Rossini, suggest that the Buccaneers, currently sitting at 3-7 and facing an uncertain future with a hefty cap hit of around $8 million, are open to trading Wirfs. The Bucs, as we all know, are in a bit of a rebuild mode, especially after releasing some of their veteran stars and focusing on youth and future draft assets. The proposed deal. Tampa might be asking for a 2026 second-round pick and a 2027 fourth-round pick. A significant investment, but one that could pay off big time for the Bears, especially as they look to solidify their offensive line and protect their young quarterback, Justin Fields. Why would Tampa Bay consider such a move? Well, it's a classic case of a team needing cap relief and focusing on their long-term rebuild. The Bucs are preparing for the post-Brady era, and they're prioritizing their secondary, which has been leaking points and giving up 26 points per game. They're also trying to free up some cap space to extend key players like Baker Mayfield, who's currently on a one-year deal but could be the future quarterback if he can find consistency. The Buccaneers are willing to part ways with Wirfs, despite his Pro Bowl credentials, because they see a future where they can build around their draft picks and younger players, especially if they can get a solid return like a second-rounder plus future picks. From the Bears' perspective, this is a no-brainer. They're sitting at 6-3, and their offensive line, while showing flashes of promise, has been battered by injuries. Whitehair has been out for 3 games with a shoulder injury, and the overall protection scheme has been strained, especially against those relentless pass rushes. Bears fans know all too well how crucial protection is for Justin Fields. His ability to extend plays and make explosive runs depends heavily on the guys up front. Adding Wirfs, an elite right tackle known for his footwork, strength, and consistency, would immediately bolster the line and give Fields a much-needed boost. Let's talk stats because they tell a compelling story. Wirfs, as of now, has started 6 games in 2025, earning a 92. 0 grade from PFF, which is among the best for offensive tackles in the league. His run-block win rate is around 86%, meaning he's consistently creating lanes for the running backs, and he's only allowed 5 pressures in total this season. His career numbers are impressive: 80 games played, 4 Pro Bowls, and only 10 sacks allowed across his entire career. Plus, his footwork efficiency, rated at 94%, makes him a nightmare for defenders trying to get around him. The fact that he's been relatively healthy, with just 3 missed games in his career due to moderate shoulder injuries, adds to his appeal. For the Bears, acquiring Wirfs isn't just about immediate protection. It's about transforming their offensive line into one of the league's best. Imagine him anchoring the right side, creating explosive lanes for the ground attack, and giving Fields the time he needs to hit his deep targets or scramble for those big gains. The potential impact: we're talking about an increase of over 500 rushing yards, pushing their ground game from around 130 yards per game to upwards of 180. That's a game changer. It also means better third-down conversions. The Bears could see their success rate climb from 42% to nearly 58%, opening up more opportunities for big plays, especially with guys like DJ Moore and Justin Fields. And let's not forget the sacks. The Bears have allowed 24 sacks this season, a number that's been a real thorn in their side. Bringing in a player like Wirfs, known for his ability to keep the quarterback clean, could cut that number down significantly, maybe even having it. That's huge because it means less pressure on Fields, more time to make decisions, and fewer mistakes that could turn into turnovers. Plus, it boosts their scoring potential, going from 24. 2 points per game to over 29, which could be the difference in close games that define their playoff push. It's also worth mentioning how this move could set the tone for the Bears' future. An elite offensive line isn't just about this season. It's about establishing a foundation for sustainable success. With Wirfs' presence, the Bears could elevate their entire offensive scheme, making their run game more explosive and protecting their young QB better than ever before. That kind of stability up front is exactly what they need to take the next step and challenge the NFC North's reigning powers like the Lions and Vikings. In terms of their playoff prospects, adding a player like Wirfs could push the Bears' odds of making a deep postseason run from the current +13-0 to more realistic figures around +5-0. It's a long shot still, but with his impact, the Bears' chances of sneaking into the playoffs and making some noise increase dramatically. His presence could serve as a catalyst, boosting their overall EPA per play and making their offense much more lethal against top-tier defenses. The impact on the NFC North standings, potentially seismic. If the Bears can shore up their protection and run game, they could turn into serious contenders, especially if they can leverage their improved offensive line to control the clock and keep opposing offenses off the field. Now I know what some of you might be thinking. Is this really happening? Will the Bears pull the trigger? Well, it's still early days in the rumor mill, but the signs point toward a real possibility. The Bears are clearly looking to add talent and upgrade certain positions to make a playoff push and beyond. If they manage to land Wirfs, it would send a strong message that they're serious about competing now, not just rebuilding for the future. And for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, it's about acquiring draft capital and freeing up salary cap space, which they desperately need to reset their roster amidst their own transition. In conclusion, this potential trade could be one of the most pivotal moves of the NFL season for the Chicago Bears. It's about more than just acquiring a top-tier offensive tackle. It's about transforming their offensive line into a true pillar of their team. It's about giving Justin Fields the protection he needs to unlock his full potential, boosting their ground game and passing attack, and setting the stage for a serious playoff run. The addition of Wirfs could truly elevate the Bears from a good team into a great one, capable of competing with the NFC's best and making that push toward the Super Bowl. As fans, we should be excited because moves like this don't happen every day, and they could very well define the franchise's trajectory for years to come. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Chicago Bears news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think adding Tristan Wirfs is the move that takes the Bears to the next level? Or do you feel there are other areas they should focus on first? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Bears organization. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Chicago Bears news. We're in this together and the future looks bright, maybe even Super Bowl bright if this kind of move happens. Let's keep the faith, keep supporting our team, and get ready for what could be an electrifying season ahead. Go Bears!